with an update on a major star and more. This is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Giving his take on a production crew member suing AEW and Jon Moxley for being shoved during a match, Rikishi noted on his Off the Top podcast, why would he be around the ring if he didn't have a damn camera or anything? What is he producing out there with nothing? Obviously, he knows what the business is. He knows what the wrestlers do in and out of the ring, and if you see us coming, damn it, you better have your eyes ahead on the swivel and move the hell out the way. Otherwise, there might have been a spot or something that was going on because he was in the wrong place. That's what happened when you're in the way of wrestlers. Get the hell out the way. You're gonna get hurt. I'll tell you what, I probably would have done the same thing. He better have a good lawyer, because if he's suing AEW, did he forget who his father is in AEW? Asked about potentially returning to AEW after parting ways with the promotion in October, Jimmy Jacobs told Cafe de Rene, hopefully when I'm ready to get back on the horse, the right opportunity will present itself, and if not, I'm at the point in my life where that's okay too. I used to think I had to be in wrestling my whole life, but now it's like, whatever it is, I'm okay with it, but again, I just want it to fit. I can't give my life to wrestling ever again. I can't be on call 24/7. I can't be on the road all the time. I just don't have it in me. I thought I did. And then with AEW, I was like, no, I don't actually have it in me anymore to do this. I don't feel like I gave myself at the level I should have. I don't think I was valuable to my potential. I wasn't contributing like I would have liked to at AEW. You know, people were critical of me being there. They thought I had more of a hand in things than I actually did. I wish I had. I wish I had been more creatively involved, but it just wasn't. I was like, do I not have this in me anymore? What's going on? I don't feel like I gave Tony Khan everything I could. So yeah, whatever I do next, I need to be able to show up for it, and I can't show up fully if I don't take care of what's going on inside. After suffering an injury on NXT, an update has been provided on former WWE and current TNA star Elijah, as Ringside News wrote that Elijah's injury on the June 18th episode of WWE NXT has now been officially confirmed, and it's more severe than initially believed. According to Fightful Select, the TNA star suffered a torn triceps during the 6-man tag team match and has already undergone successful surgery to repair the damage. While early speculation suggested the injury occurred during his rope walk old school attempt, the real cause happened later in the match. The spot happened when he came off the top rope and did double knees to the chest. When he broke his landing with his arms, a tear was sustained. Elijah continued the match but visibly favored his left arm afterward. His injury went largely unnoticed during the broadcast, but Brian Alvarez pointed out that Elijah didn't appear to use his arm again after the spot, further fueling concern. Adding to the unique nature of the situation, TNA's lead ringside physician happened to be visiting WWE NXT that night and collaborated with WWE's medical team to evaluate the injury immediately. Thanks to that timely support, Elijah was able to receive swift care and undergo surgery without delay. The injury could not have come at a worse time. Elijah had recently returned to TV in a big way and was scheduled to appear at TNA's television tapings in Pittsburgh this weekend. He's also featured in the main event of this Thursday's Impact, a taped 10-man tag from June 7th, teaming with the Rascals, Joe Hendry, and Leon Slater against Steve Maclin, Moose, Trick Williams, and the Nemeths. While that match still aired, any of Elijah's planned future appearances are now off the board. TNA had been promoting him alongside major names like the Hardys, Moose, and Masha Slamovich for the June 20th and 21st events at the UPMC Event Center in Pennsylvania. A torn triceps is a serious injury that often requires surgery followed by months of rehabilitation. For a wrestler, the typical recovery timeline ranges from 4 to 6 months. depending on the severity of the tear and how the rehab process progresses. Some may return slightly sooner, but setbacks and complications are common with this kind of injury, especially in a physically demanding sport like professional wrestling. Elijah had been gaining momentum across both WWE and TNA platforms, and this injury puts that run on pause, but it doesn't rule out a return later this year if his rehab stays on track. With WWE planning to host the all-women's event Evolution, Michelle McCool was asked if she was interested in being a part of the show, as she told WrestleStar, "Yep, I always say I'm just a phone call away. I've actually been in the ring a little bit, feeling pretty good. If they ask, I'll be there. In fact, I would love a MCCOOL reunion. I think Layla's finally kind of getting back on the scene. But look, I'm always down to fight. I'm always ready. I have not been called, but I would love to do anything that they ask me to do. I just love to. Listen, I think I got one more. I always say I've got one more in me. I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. Yeah, I butchered it, but yes, I'm good for one more." Providing an update on the WWE Women's Tag Team title, as champion Liv Morgan is out of action due to a shoulder injury. Mike Johnson of PW Insider reported that with her surgery pending, multiple WWE sources have confirmed that Liv Morgan has been pulled from the road and won't be making any appearances live on WWE programming in the near future. We are told a plan has been made for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles, and they are not expected to be vacated as of this morning. When it comes to a rumor of a match for Mercedes MONE at All In, Ringside News wrote that despite recent reports, AEW sources have firmly denied that Mercedes MONE vs. Athena was ever the plan for AEW All In. A new update from Fightful Select confirms that multiple people within the company refuted any suggestion that a match between MONE and Athena was considered for All In, even with Mariah May's exit from AEW earlier this year. The original report claimed that Mercedes was open to losing to Athena during the Owen Hart Foundation tournament in order to set up a rematch at All In, but AEW sources have now called that inaccurate. According to the update, Mercedes hasn't been opposed to losing to anyone, but it simply hasn't been broached during the ongoing push she's been receiving. There's no confirmation on whether Mercedes personally pitched anything involving Athena. However, the company's internal direction appears to have never shifted. The plan for Toni Storm versus Mercedes MONE at All In has been in place since last year, long before Mariah May's departure. In fact, sources revealed that Mariah May informed AEW back in February that she'd be leaving the company. By that point, AEW had already finalized creative plans for the MONE vs. Storm program. Mariah's exit only affected preliminary conversations about what she might do if she remained on the roster, not Mercedes MONE's direction. There had been internal discussions for Mariah May to be involved in a non-title feud if she stayed, but her departure didn't impact the All In card. One AEW source even claimed the Mercedes vs. Storm match was something that had been in the works for over a year. So despite the rumors, the update makes it clear Mercedes MONE vs. Athena was never the direction for AEW All In, and Mariah May's departure did not alter the planned trajectory. Mercedes vs. Toni Storm is locked in and always was. Ludwig Kaiser has been absent from WWE programming since the SmackDown leading into WrestleMania. Now, a video shows him in Italy, as it remains to be seen when he returns to action. Asked about potentially joining the WWE creative team, The Undertaker told WrestleStar, "Rumors are rumors whirling around. Yeah, I've always kind of had an interest. It's just a matter of making it work with my schedule and the other things that I have going on, because the ask for something like that is really big. I would have to be 100% committed to be part of that, right? I mean, you have to be involved in all of these creative meetings and all of this other stuff. If we can figure out a way to make that happen, and me being obviously in Texas, I would definitely entertain it. If there's something that I can do to make our product better, help talent, then I'm on board for that." As John Cena is continuing his retirement tour for this year, it appears WWE has not hammered out his final dates, with Brian Alvarez noting on Wrestling Observer Live he's got like 17 dates left or something. He doesn't have many dates left. The astonishing thing was, I was told that WWE had not worked out his exact schedule of dates leading to the end. I figured that when he announced, "Hey, I'm done," and they publicly said 36 dates or whatever the announcement was in 2025, I figured they just worked backwards and figured out 25 dates and had it all done at the beginning of the year, but I was told that is not the case. They are still figuring out what his last dates will be. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.